Hey guys, welcome back to the In the Duffle podcast, and today I am joined by Stefflon. Welcome.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So it's nearly Christmas.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate Christmas in your household?
A lot of food, a lot of family, and a lot of karaoke.
Karaoke?
Yeah.
What's your karaoke song?
Oh my gosh, a lot of Mariah Carey, Whitney, basically everyone's songs that you literally cannot sing. All the notes you cannot hit. So Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole.
The love.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's singing that, and then no one has a voice, but we still do it anyway.
I'm dead.
So yeah.
You're a good cook though.
Yeah, I'm actually really good at cooking. I actually love cooking.
Do you?
If I have the time, I'll cook.
I saw you tweeting about cooking the other day.
Yeah, no, I cooked up so much food because I did a water fast for 2 days.
Really? Well, just drinking water?
Yeah, no food for 2 days.
How's that?
You know, I tried to do it before, like the day before that, but where I didn't really sleep and I was in the studio till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
2 nights before that, it was hell. I was like dying, and I had to perform as well. I was at the Brit Asian Awards, and I was just about to die. So then there was some Indian food. I said, listen, I'm eating today. I'm not starting this diet no more. I'm not doing it. And then I started it the next day. I made sure I slept that night and then done it. So I feel like people need to tell you, okay, you need to not be doing too much. You need to be relaxing. You need to make sure you have sleep because your body otherwise don't have the energy to source energy from nowhere if you haven't really slept. And yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, I slept, done the 2-day water fast, and it wasn't as bad as when I didn't sleep. So like, it was quite, only thing was I was just hungry.
Yeah.
But I wasn't feeling like I wanted to faint. Only like towards the end of the diet, kind of.
What did you do it for? Just to like detox?
Yeah, to detox, you know, it's healthier. So your body can start repairing itself with other stuff that it needs to just focus on. And yeah, I did it mainly to just repair my body. And also I lost a lot of weight straight away.
Did you?
A lot. And my body looked 10 times better. I have way more strength. Like I'm way more, like I'm not out of breath. Like I know running up my stairs normally I'm like, like after, I swear to God, after I did that 2-day thing, I wasn't out of breath.
I might try it. I don't know.
No, it's actually really good.
Yeah. Do you still not eat meat?
Yeah, I don't eat meat still. No, but oh my gosh, you know what I did?
What?
Because I was so hungry with my water fast. That's why I ended up doing that big dinner, because I was like, I can't wait to eat. Like, I'm gonna eat everything. And that day I had a bit of chicken because I was so hungry. I had
so
a bit
you
of chicken.
caved in?
But I still class it as I don't eat meat, even though I did it.
Do you still do that thing where you like you'll eat the sauce around the meat, or like suck the meat and then just put it back?
Well, no, I don't really suck the meat anymore. Like that was back in the days. No, I don't really do that no more. So like, all in all, it's been like going 3 years since I haven't really.
That's good.
Ate meat.
That's good. Do you still eat fish though?
Yeah.
I need to try it. I couldn't do it. I just like chicken.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if anything in life, if you're doing something, you have to understand what you're doing it for. If you don't feel like, I don't have a reason, I'm just stopping because, like, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to be motivated to do it for a purpose. So if you don't have that purpose, then you're not really going to do it.
Yeah. One thing that, well, some people might not know about you, but some people might. You love eating ice.
Yeah.
Do you still love eating ice?
I just told him to buy me a bag of ice just now. Yeah.
Apparently it's a thing. Like I've met a few other people that also really love eating ice.
Yeah, no, it's iron deficiency. So when you have an iron deficiency, your body craves stuff with no nutrition. So it will probably be ice, or, you know, some people eat chalk or cement, like the stone from the cement.
Really?
Yeah. So your body craves stuff just with no nutrition.
Oh my gosh.
So a lot of people that eat ice, 9 out of 10 times, they just have iron deficiency.
Is it like cubed ice or crushed ice? Is there different types?
I eat every ice, but there's different types.
Yeah.
So like whatever's available, I'll eat.
What's your favourite?
But the best one, like the Nando's ice.
What, the crushed ice?
Yes.
I love crushed ice.
Beautiful.
So nice.
So nice.
Anyway, so I wanted to talk like about your journey, because I don't think people appreciate how business minded you are, and I don't think they give you enough credit for like what you've done in terms of like your record deal and everything that you've been doing since then. So it's like, when did you first start music? What year was it?
So I've always done music since I was a kid. I started writing at like 8. First time I went to the studio I was 9.
Did you have a song that you wrote?
Yeah, I do. And it was always about cheating. And
what, when you were 8?
I swear to God, I feel like it's just something you pick up because you're always hearing these type of songs. And I used to write songs about all those stuff. And then it didn't, like, I don't know how I knew all of that. Yeah, and then I started going studio a bit more at 14, 15, 16, and then I kind of released my first video in 2013. I think I was like 21 or something.
So it's not actually that long ago if you think about it. It's like
No,
nearly 7 years.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
Yeah. What was your first video that you...
More Fire.
I think I remember this one. The first song I heard of yours was on SoundCloud. And it was the remix of that. Is it Lyrica Anderson? Or
yeah.
The Feenin'.
I love that song.
I was like, yeah. Because I remember you played it and I was like, you're going to be massive. Like, I loved that. And then it was the remix of Wretch's Six Words. Oh, yeah. He don't have respect for you. Yeah. Remember? He don't have respect for you.
I used to love doing those songs, the covers.
Yeah, I like that.
I just done a bunch of covers.
And then you did Lock Off.
Yeah.
And that was that blew up.
Yeah. I think that was like, okay. Because I feel like when new artists come out in general, no one pays that much attention because they don't know if you're serious. They don't know if you're going to be around. They don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when they see your consistency and they see that you're persistent, then I feel like, and you're good as well.
Yeah.
I feel like people then like, okay, let's pay attention because we don't want to miss this in case it gets on top and then only now we're supporting. So like, I feel like by the time I did Lock Off, after all them things, there was like, okay, this girl's around to stay.
Yeah. So kind of like win people over.
Yeah, I feel like it
especially being a female as well.
Yeah.
In the industry, because they're obviously at the time there was a few females that were already out, but it's like you were all coming up together. So it was like you, Banks. I remember, what was the record you did? Oh, the Big Tobes one.
Big Tobes,
You Know My Style.
Yeah.
And when that came out as well. So.
Oh man, those days were so fun.
I know.
Because it was literally just all about the grind and you just kind of wanted to showcase your skills, whereas now it's not just about showcasing skills, it's about so much more.
Yeah.
Or it seems like it depends where your surroundings, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you're don't have a label and you just have yourself and all you could do is think for yourself, it's so different.
Yeah.
It's so less stressful, it's so less, you're kind of just having to prove yourself, so it's like you just do what you want. You
can experiment.
Yeah, you can experiment, you can see what works. You got more time to just think about this one thing, and now it's different. It's like now you got to think about, does it make sense to drop this song right now? Like, is it the right time? Like, coming off the back of that song that you dropped, does it make, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of overthinking.
Yeah.
And I feel like because there's way more eyes on you, there's way more expectations. It's like, and especially when you're signed, sometimes the label don't want you to just drop a good song. They want you to drop a hit.
Yeah.
So I try to not get sucked into that, and I try to just say, I want to release just nice music. If it hits, it's great. If it doesn't, it's still a good song that could be in a playlist of the genre that I do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like there definitely is pressure, especially when it comes to hits, because there's like there could be a song that you really like and it's like means a lot to you and you're really proud of it, but then at the same time it's like, oh, is it going to sell records? Is it going to stream enough? Is it? Yeah,
like I said, I try to keep the mind of, I just want to release good music. Is this good? When I play it, is it a vibe? Like, is it, that's all. That's all I care about, and shoot a good video. And
one thing I really admire about you is like, even when I try and do stuff and it's like, know your worth, and you have always known your value, especially before you got signed, like knowing what deal you needed to sign and what amount that, like, not even amounts, it's just like what you wanted from a label, because you knew that you had the talent, and it's like, how can we work together to actually like make something big?
I definitely always knew I was gonna do music. I always knew I was gonna like make it, as they say. And I still feel like that with anything I do. If I feel like this is something I want, I know I'm going to get it because I'm going to just keep working for it. So like, who could tell me no, kind of thing. Yeah. So when it came to the label and the deals they wanted to offer at the beginning, I knew that I could do so much better than that. So I didn't really, actually had deals on the table for like a year before I even signed. And I wasn't rushing because I was kind of comfortable with what I was doing. Like my manager had money to pay for my videos, and I didn't need anything at the time. So it was like, come correct or don't really come at all. It was, to me, it wasn't about the money. It was about, I always said I wanted to be signed for $1 million when I was a kid. Like, I just literally always said it. I think it was just fun to say. And the idea was fun. So I was like, I'd never sign for anything less than $1 million. And and I just made sure I did what I said, basically. I feel like some people want to be signed to be validated, to make it like,
I signed a deal.
I sign, that means I'm good. That's one thing with me. I feel like I don't need validation from anyone. I I don't need anyone to say you're good. Like if someone didn't say it, I would never feel like I'm not good. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people need to be validated.
Yeah.
And it could just be it could be because of circumstances in life, relationships that you've been in that's, you know what I mean, made you downplay yourself.
Yeah.
And I've realized that you could be a certain person, like a very confident person in this, that. But if you get into certain situations in life, relationships, like I said, or certain places, it can affect your confidence. And because of that, you look for validation.
Yeah.
And I feel like I always try to have a tunnel vision and try to never get sucked in to that space of I need validation from people, or is this good enough?
How do you feel then that the role social media plays in particular things like signing a record deal? Because for some people, like having that photo of them signing the paper and like popping champagne and being like, I've signed a deal, that's kind of like something that people would sign a deal just to do. It's like going on a holiday just for Instagram. I mean, that's what people are actually doing. They're spending their last pennies just to literally be on Instagram and say that you're a part of a group that's doing this. And like I said, sometimes I feel like there's certain situations where I feel like I'm getting dragged, sometimes even not even noticing what I'm doing. And it's like, Steph, you don't need to do that for like validation. Again, like online, everything could look glamorous, but if you're actually in real life not happy, or in real life you're not doing, like, being where you want to be in your career, there's no point faking it. Like, and I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to fake and act like, okay, I've just done this, but then in actual fact is like, I'm not happy with that. That's not really where I want to be. If you don't think you're doing much, fix it in real life, not on Instagram. Fix it in real life. Like, you don't need to show off. You don't need to go and hire a car or start making payments on stuff you can't really afford because you're just trying to maintain this image. At the end of the day, within, you're always going to feel empty if you don't fulfill the void inside first. Like, forget about Instagram. Just fill this void inside, so that even if Instagram, it doesn't look lush or whatever you're trying to make it look like, at least within yourself, you know, like, raw, I'm doing good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, if Instagram broke and we couldn't go on it, it's like, what would some people...
Do you know if it broke, I'd be so happy.
I think...
Because I just feel like we'll feel more connected to each other.
Yeah.
Like, you'd want to call your friends. You'd want to see what they're doing. You'd want to be around them. Because I feel like Instagram has given us that security of, okay, we know what everyone's kind of doing. So we don't really need to check up on people. We don't really need to have real friends anymore. We don't really need to have those date nights with our friends because I see what everyone's doing. And I feel like that's what makes you take people for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it's more like then when you meet up with people just sit on their phones and you're not having like a substantial real conversation with people, because you either meet up to like do stuff for Instagram, or like you're meeting up and you're just snapping each other.
I feel like we're just addicted. I'm addicted to my phone. I'm not going to lie. When I'm without my phone, I just want to pick it up because I feel like we just... It's an addiction, isn't it? And I'm so used to grabbing my phone. Only time I don't grab my phone is when I'm with my boyfriend. He hates when I'm on my phone.
Does he?
Hates it. And I don't mind spending all the time with him without my phone anyway. Like, unless I got a lot of stuff to handle. That's the only thing sometimes he doesn't understand. I'm like, babe, I do a lot of things myself. Like, I got to work. It's not just I'm not on Instagram. I got to work. But when I'm with him, I definitely don't really be going on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, hardly ever. As soon as he walks in the room, I pull my phone.
Does he tell you off?
Yeah, he's going to tell me off.
One thing I love about you is like your network, especially in America, is amazing as well. Like, you've got the UK covered, and then you do so much stuff in the US as well. And I just think it's really admirable to see, especially a female in the business, like, that just knows what they're doing behind the scenes.
I mean, I feel like where I grew up in Holland and I grew up here, and my parents are Jamaican, and I've seen different walks of life. I feel like I've never been bounded to one specific place. Like, I couldn't stay in one place. Maybe because I always moved around. Maybe because I just know there's so much more to life than being stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
And therefore, next year I'm going to be like a lot more stateside. I feel like I got so much work to do on that side. And I've kind of been limited because I haven't really been there like I want to. So next year I'm going to make the decision to just be out there.
And commit to it.
Yeah, and commit to doing stuff there.
So in terms of music then, have you got new music coming?
I've got a lot of new music.
Do you?
Yeah, I got a lot of new music, and I'm just focusing on being a bit more consistent. And the lack of inconsistency as well for artists, I feel like that's what makes people either overlook you or, again, not hold you to a high regard that you're supposed to be held in because your consistency is not really there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can be inconsistent, not because of you, but because of label situations But this time, I've took it upon myself and I just paid for all my shit. So I just shot 2 videos, paid for it all myself.
Did you?
Yeah, organised it all myself. And yeah, I'm just not waiting on the label or no one. I'm just going to do it all myself and then I'll recoup my money back however.
Yeah.
After.
Album, anytime?
Hopefully next year. I really want to drop a project next year. I want to just do a couple more singles.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, to build everything again, and then drop an album hopefully next year.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What is your most favourite song that you've made?
Oh my god,
you can only pick one.
They're all so different.
They are. I know my one. I think it's Envious. I love
Envious.
Envious.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah. Love Envious.
I love Envious as well. It's hard to perform because I normally go back to back with him with Abra, and he's never obviously there when I'm performing, so I don't ever perform that song. But yeah, I love that. A lot of people actually really love Envious. I kind of feel like I've downplayed it slightly. I just like it, but I didn't really think, oh, it's amazing. But when I go to Jamaica, they love Envious.
Do they?
Yeah.
More than 16 shots?
Kind of. Like, more people talk about Envious. They really love Envious. Yeah. Yeah. You was in the video, was you?
No, I was in, I'm in Rilting.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm in Rilting.
I'm in Rilting at the bright red hair.
Yeah. You're in, that video is dope.
I love that video.
Yeah, that video is so nice.
Just all girls.
But even when I look back at it now, I'm like, I feel like I was slightly ahead of my time compared to what was going on. Like, no one was really doing that.
The female.
No one was doing that. And then even the way I was rapping on it, the beat, everything was just so fresh to like a whole UK scene. Even overseas, I didn't really see that. So.
Yeah, because I remember that was Young M.A. had done the...
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the song.
Yeah,
I don't know. We know
that type of vibe.
Yeah, the similar vibe in the UK.
Yeah.
I remember that, and you used to bring like a whole... Do you remember when you did an interview with Manny Norte?
Yeah,
at Capital, we all came.
Yeah,
there was
bring all your girls.
15
I was like,
of
okay,
us.
I'm going to invite everyone. I'm going to bring everyone. He was like, yeah, just bring everyone. That's so cool.
Is there anything that you... Like, obviously now... You're signed and you've released a lot of music. Is there anything you miss sort of from before, where it was more like as we said earlier, it's like more experimenting with the music? And
before I kind of miss the innocence. So it's like the freshness of it. People wasn't so much judgmental, I guess, because Instagram wasn't around that long either. So I feel like people were a bit more nicer. Everything was just not so serious. It was just more about, let's see what you're gonna bring, like, let's see what you're gonna do. It wasn't like so judgmental. So
how would you say that, obviously, when you write your music now compared to like 2-3 years ago, how has it changed? Obviously by experience and by
now it's a bit different because so much things goes on in your mind. Like, you know, normally when you're writing, you could, back in the day when I used to just write, that's all I could focus on, like writing. I didn't have to worry about a million and one things going on, and I feel like now I have to worry about a million and one things going on. So sometimes when I write a song, I have to tell myself, this is the topic, stay on topic, this is what you're talking about, feel it, understand it. Whereas before I never had to tell myself, feel it, understand it. I felt what I was writing because I was in certain situations. Like, I was in situations that I didn't want to be in, like the area I probably lived, or needing money, making sure like I need to make it for my family. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like the hunger is still there, but it's not in the same way. Yeah. Because you kind of have the stuff that you said you wanted. The only difference is now is the stuff I want is still like just being a bigger artist. Do you know what I mean? Whereas before it was
your goals progress.
Yeah, your goals progress. It changes. You change. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not in the hood no more like you used to be. So certain slangs you might even know. Do you know what I mean? You don't really know the slangs.
Out of the loop.
Yeah, you're a bit out of the loop when it comes to those type of things. And it's a bit like, okay, so... Like I said before, I would just be in the end, like with a couple of people, and then their life might inspire me. The stuff we would sit and talk about. So the conversations have changed. Like normally I'll be around a certain type of people that I'm not really around no more. Not that those people back in the day were my friends, but you know when you're in the hood, like your brother's friends will come.
Yeah, you experience.
Like, you're around so many different people. So it's like it's different. Obviously now when you're so busy, you can't be around all these people and you're just too busy now. And it's like certain things you're not going to want to hear no more. Like, I don't want to hear you talking about you robbing someone last week. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? You're not around the same people no more. It's like you've elevated and progressed, and hopefully they have too.
I assume, like, as a music artist, when you want to be real and talk about real things that people can relate to, but then when you're so, like, busy and not, you don't experience
what are you going to talk about? Because you're touring all the time, like, on doing shows. Like, come on, nobody want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Like, you want to hear... But then sometimes you do go through stuff, but when you're so busy, you don't have time to reflect on what you went through. So now when it comes to writing a song, sometimes I'm like, what am I even talking about? But then I haven't reflected on what's actually been going on. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But you just need time to reflect and understand what's happening.
I guess it's part of, like, growing as an artist.
Yeah.
The transition from, like, the come up to processing it all.
Yeah, so I feel like there's going to be a time where I'm just going to process it all, sit down, especially when I'm working on the album a bit more, and literally write about
everything.
Yeah, a little bit more deeper, because I definitely do have stuff to say. So
one of the last things I wanted to say was congrats on the house, because
yeah.
You know what was so refreshing is, you know, when you see people post on social media and you look in the comments and you're thinking, oh, like, there's going to be so much stuff because it's gossip pages. When you posted the house, like, people were so positive, just like, like, you have to give her credit. She's worked so hard.
What can you say? I think me posting my house, because I'm not one to really brag, or I feel like I kind of did it because I wanted people to realize that you can, you know what I'm saying? You can
do it.
You can do something, like, and regardless of people talking, I am doing something. Like, and
you're not sat there like,
I'm making stuff happen, and it's like, keep talking, but look what I'm making stuff happen. Like, what can you show, like, kind of thing. So it was like,
it's like an inspiration.
It was like an inspiration, and also like, you lot are still talking, but look, I'm still like, it doesn't. It's not going to stop anything, because you make up not even 1% of anyone that buys my music. So it doesn't really matter.
That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, exactly. My house is literally that, full stop. At the end of the day, right?
Here you go.
No, but it's all love. Like, I don't take it that serious.
Yeah, and also I think, like, something like that is, like, amazing. You should be proud of it, and you shouldn't feel like, oh, I don't want to post this because it looks like I'm boasting or anything. It's just like,
we should definitely be posting all the stuff, and like, inspiration, motivation. It makes people that normally will probably go buy a bag of jewelry might think, let me not even do that. That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I was growing up and a girl like me from the UK was doing what I'm doing and then was posting all of that, that would just make me want it even more and be like, I can do it. Like, and look, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because
it's true. Like, you've literally come from, like, Clapton, Hackney. Your family's massive. You've worked hard, taken them all. Yeah. And I don't think people realize this. Like, you provide, like, you.
Yeah, people don't know. I'm like,
mad. You've got a big family as well.
I was just saying to my mom, why can't you just have 2 kids? Why do you have 7?
7.
My mom was like, I love all my kids. Don't say that. I was like, yeah, I love them too, but like, it's hard for me. It's like I got 5
pressure.
Kids. Yeah, the pressure. Like, couldn't this be 2? It would have been so much easier and cheaper. But it's alright. But yeah, I actually do want to do a reality show, like, based on, like, following me around, following the family.
You should, because your family are hilarious.
Everyone always says we should. I'm actually looking into it, and I got a couple people that say they know these people, that people, and they're going to talk to everyone, and I don't know what's happening. So reality show people, if you want to reach out to me, you know, I'm down. As long as I'm the executive producer, we're good. Coming from a big family, I feel like that is going to be inspiring. I feel like also, like you said, people don't give enough credit, which I'm fine with. Like, I haven't been put on this earth for people to acknowledge what I'm doing, but it would be nice.
It'd be nice for them to see.
Exactly, but at the same time, to see what goes into everything and understand that everything's not going to be 10/10. It's not going to be great. Like, just because you didn't think I did this well, you don't understand what went into that whole plan. So I want people to see the process of getting on stage, of rehearsals, of me planning everything. People don't even know I'm behind. I direct my own videos. I do this, I do that, I do 100,000,001 things. That's what I would want young women, young boys, especially from the hoods, to understand and see. And then be inspired and understand that they have a long way to go and they have a lot to put in, and you know what I'm saying? And even though I'm doing all those great stuff, I still have a whole family life, and it's still not easy being a sister, a mother, a friend.
Like, with the same problems.
Yeah, like, even if it wasn't me, if someone said, oh, like, a person like me is doing a reality show and you're going to see the whole... I would want to watch it. I don't watch TV, but I would make time to watch that. So I know this is like gold.
Same.
This
and
is like
we don't
TV
have
gold.
that in the UK. Like,
we
there
don't
hasn't
have it.
been that.
And it's going to be entertaining because it's real and my whole life is just a whole entertainment scenario. So like, it'll be so sick. So I'm surprised people ain't really hit me up about that. So yeah, guys... Hit up
stuff.
Hit up the girl, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. I might just make it happen myself. I might just do quick couple episodes.
Put it on YouTube.
Put it on my
or
YouTube
something.
channel.
You don't need like these. And
then see what happens. But I really want to do that.
Yeah, you should.
Thanks,
Anything exciting coming up over Christmas, New Year?
Yeah, well, I'm dropping a video before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
It's called Dilemma. I had a dilemma. I had to shoot this video 3 times.
3 times?
3 times.
Why? You weren't happy? Or?
The first one I worked with a production company who my friend referred me to. The whole set wasn't as what was shown on paper. The set board. It was atrocious. Anyway, that didn't work out, so I had to reshoot again. Second time we reshot it, because there's like a pool scene that they built. The whole pool collapsed in the middle of set.
The pool collapsed?
Yeah, because like they've created a square pool.
Did it leak?
It was held up by like... I would say it was like plastic type of...
I know what you mean, like that, like tent material or like...
Yeah.
Well, it's like a paddling pool.
Yeah, like a paddling pool type thing. And the pressure was just too much for the sticks, so the whole thing collapsed on set.
The water went everywhere?
Everywhere. So it's like water and electric. Everyone started running. I was like, I'm not getting executed. Like, I ran off set, like, so quick.
My gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy. So because of that, obviously, we couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
So then we managed to wrap it up 2 days ago. Thank Jesus. And now I'm going to sit down and edit this whole video.
Wow.
That's literally been a dilemma. The song's called Dilemma. So
See? Ironic.
There you go. How ironic. This is the first time in my life I had to reshoot a whole video.
3 times.
3 times.
Mad. So everyone go and watch the video.
Listen, I don't want to hear no one say nothing when this song drops. I don't care if you don't like it. You better act like you do because I've been through this video. Nah, I'm not having anything negative after this video. Like, everything's supposed to be positive.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the song. I love the video. I feel like it's fresh. So
amazing. Well, yeah. I look forward to watching.
Can't wait to be editing it and watching it.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.